Hey, and welcome back to Uriel's Lantern. Maybe you were just here for the radiant prayer. Now we're going to go do some manifesting. To manifest, we got to remember the most important rule is that two versions of ourselves can't exist at the same time. So we got to let one die, a metaphorical death. We're not actually killing anybody. Just got to let them die, the metaphorical death. That's ourself, so that we can bring about the new us. And if you're looking for a giant change, you might literally need to bury your entire spirit body. And if you're looking for a small change, maybe you're just scooping a little out of your heart or something. But we got to go through this process wherein we kind of let the old go, we build the new, we hang out in the space between while God brings up our goblins and demons so that we can get there. So if you haven't done this with me before, it can take a little bit. We're going to go through some steps, but this is to help us all figure out how to consciously manifest the world we want to live in. Just be careful with this. I guess the two warnings are, if you try to conjure some bad things, you can conjure bad things and you can harm other people. And if you're the aggressor, you're going to get that back to you tenfold. And it might not happen right away, but it's going to be brutal when it comes back around. So careful what you consciously manifest, that you are putting good thoughts and good intention into this, not bad thoughts and bad intention, because that's going to hurt. And the second thing is, the bigger the changes that you're going after, the bigger the goblins and demons are going to be, because you're going to need like a more purified version of yourself in there, and that's going to hurt. So if you're just starting and you're just trying to figure out how to manifest, manifest a small change and get used to what this experience is going to be like before you take on the biggest challenges that are in your life, or going to be in your life. All right. So the first step of this is we got to start getting our body, our mind, our heart, and our soul in alignment and taking actions. And so to get our body in alignment, some folks will just have you kind of sit and meditate, but I'm a walking style guy. So I like to feel what's in my body. Right now, I got some pain in my lower back. My left ankle's been bugging me, so I can feel that a little bit. I can feel my hands curve around the little selfie stick. I can feel the press of my hat against my forehead. I'm just trying to feel things in my body so that I can feel, so that my awareness is in tune with my body. A couple good cycles of air can help you. And, pause it. If you're not in your body, pause it and, do a little relaxation. If you're feeling like you are, let's go to the next step. The next step, we want to open up our heart. So to do that, I literally just say, hey, heart, will you please open? I just heard back, yes, sir. And I can feel my heart, which kind of has this guard around it, like a flower before it blooms, kind of all petaled in. And now I can feel it kind of opening, like the sun is there. Sun is coming, the petals all fold out. And inside of there is this little flame. And that's what I'm going after. That, I consider that my God spark. That's that's a spark of the divine creator that lives inside us. And I just want to give it a little light. So I'm going to breathe in, and I'm going to let that oxygen expand my heart. Now, I don't have anything major that I'm doing today, so I'm just going to expand it to kind of fill up my heart space. I think of it kind of like a teeny tiny candle when it first pops out of there. And we're here to wake it up. So we're going to go take a deep breath. We're going to imagine in our mind's eye that that's growing, that little flame in our heart. We're going to do it again. That's a little bit bigger. And I guess I want to do one more. I want to make it slightly bigger than my whole heart. So one more breath for me. Take as many as you want. All right. So my heart My heart's feeling open. And so thank you, heart. Thank you for responding. And now what we got to do, we got to find some parts of us that don't quite fit where we want to go. So, we're not doing the full visualization. I guess I didn't start with what I want to work on. My guides have been telling me I need some rest and I need some relaxation. And, I think life is about to hit me hard. I've been asking for big changes, and I think I'm about to get them. So I get just a couple days of rest here. So and rest doesn't come easy to me. I'm like a workaholic. So I need to visualize having a little rest, taking care of myself, and celebrating some victories. I wrote a 300-page document, and I sent it to like 100 officials. That took guts. That took a lot of work. And I had a deadline. I had to go get that in before some child support orders set. And I wanted to go tell them just how unconstitutional it was on every single level that exists. And I did. And I got it done in time. I think I had 20 days. So, cranked that out and got it out on the last day. Kind of miraculous, if you ask me. So I told myself I was going to do all this work today. And I started doing some work, I started uploading some of these videos so that people could learn these topics. But I just need some rest. So, might be dumb to other people, but to me, I'm a workaholic and I need to take care of myself. Big shit's coming. So, so I guess, heart, what's the thing that stops me from being able to rest? What's the thing that stops me from being able to, more fully take care of myself and take a breather sometimes? And what's the thing that stops me from celebrating some of the W's? Even if they're not straight up surrender wins, white flag waving, ass kissing, boot licking wins, just even steps like the checkpoints along the way, getting a big document like that out the door, shipping it to everybody. Takes work, takes effort, takes skill, takes practice, takes time. And it's an accomplishment. And one that I spent 0 time celebrating. So, heart, what is it that keeps me from resting, relaxing, taking care of myself, and celebrating my wins? Now at this point, I'm going to use my mind's eye, my awareness, to kind of check my heart, and then my heart's going to say some things, and I'm going to grab it with metaphorical tweezers, right? Imagine that my mind's eye has hands, and it's going to go look at my heart. My heart's going to express some thoughts, and the goal is not to imprint those thoughts forever on my subconscious. The goal is to let these things go. And in fact, we're going to make a little urn, like for ashes. And we're going to say, hey, heart, I know you have some crystalline energy and you can make lots of different things with that energy. Please go make a green urn, a green life energy, crystalline structure. And it's going to hold some of this consciousness that we don't need anymore. I've been doing this a while, so my heart responds pretty quick. Here's a little urn for you, sir. Thank you, heart. All right, now, answer the question. What's keeping me from these things? Well, it often comes back like this. You don't deserve relaxation. I mean, everybody deserves it. That feels pretty fundamental. So I'm going to take a little scoop of my heart that owns that thought. We're going to put it in the urn. Everything will come crashing down if I don't do it this hard. Well, I got this friend of mine, and his name is God. And I give a lot of this stuff to God. Maybe not as much as I should, but I try to just give it to God. So it might be true that if I were doing all this on my own, it would all come crashing down. But My King is with me, my God is with me, my spirit family, the divine family, angels, archangels, guides. You know, the other side is here with me. I know in the earthly plane, I'm walking in solitude right now. I'm a hermit, doing the hard work. But on the other side, I got a fan base, giant fan base that love and celebrate me. My ancestors, my tribes, I feel them. I know they're here. So, you know, that sentiment might in fact be true, but I'm just not going to let it own me. So we're going to take that, scoop it out, and put that into the urn. Hey, heart, what else is there? Now, there's no sun, so normally I'd like to do some sun gazing, try to squish this stuff out of my heart. It kind of acts like an accelerant. So, what am I feeling? It stops me from relaxation. And there's more of this crashing down energy. Not sure what that's coming from, but kind of general sentiment that if I'm not doing the work, nothing's gonna work. You know, again, some of that's true. You know, like you gotta do this stuff in real life too. So I'm gonna take that, scoop it up, put that down in the urn. How come I don't take care of myself? The answer is something like you don't love yourself enough to do it. Well, hey, sorry me. Might have been true in the past, but that's not who I'm trying to be. You know, I want to love others. I better start with self-love. It's okay. Now, you can love somebody, warts and all. That includes me. So I love me, and I'm going to let that piece go. Feel the wind by this river picking up. This is what I'm walking next to. It's the Susquehanna River. It's gorgeous. Got some big river spirits next to me, guiding me along. Anything else major in there, heart? I'm literally hearing that's good enough for now, or nope, that's good enough for now. I heard, oh wait, your inner child thinks you suck. Little child's a little son of a bitch is what he is. All right, broski, we're gonna put that thought away. I think if my inner child, if my 8-year-old me saw me now, he'd think I'm a pretty cool dude. So I'm not gonna let that thought ruin my life, but I'm gonna give it a chuckle. Let's go take that thought, put it in the urn, and let that go for now. Some other guy in my love, got an urn filled with some consciousness for you. And I imagine that's something you can take. Or will you take that from me, my dear? I hear her say, yes, love. So with my mind's eye, I'm just going to lower that urn down to the ground. I'm kind of walking on this dirt road, and I can feel it moving through the dirt road into the earth. And I can feel it dissolving, like sugar in water. So now I can feel it's gone. And I'm going to take a deep breath in and sigh. You got to sigh to let your body know it's done. We just did some hard work. My inner child just called me a little bitch. That's some work. That's some inner work. We got to get rid of these programs that are in there. So that's all got to go. Another guy's got it. When we do that work, it's like finishing a deck. It's like you wrote your semester project. It's done, and you turned it in, and you just know it's good. You get to take a deep breath, sigh because it's done. And I like to say thank you. I like to live in a mentality of gratitude, Because that mentality of gratitude also locks it in that it's done. What else do I gotta do? You know, there's always gonna be some residuals of this. I don't know that I'm ever gonna be in a pure enough state to be permanently without doubts and gaps of faith and a pain-free existence. But the whole point of this is to like constantly dredge it out, and we're gonna turn it into gold. We're gonna turn it into gold because these are the things that are holding us back. And so by letting it go, I just let a piece of me go. Like a piece of me is literally dying in this process. You know, in yoga, we got like a yoga, the worry tree. And there's like a giant tree, and you go up and you have like your worry that is sort of like a wreath, and you hang it on the tree, and the tree's got it. You know, we're doing the same thing, but we're literally not just like giving a little worry up. We're giving a piece of our own consciousness to Gaia and saying, transmute this. You know, she knows how to do that. She's like the greatest living alchemist of all time. She's got this. I hear, yes, I do, love. So I'll take that as a yes. All right, so now we got to build this thing that we want. And again, I'm using this, give myself some relaxation, give myself some self-love. You know, let me be at peace for a bit and rest, because the next stage of this seems like it's going to come up soon. So I got to celebrate this a little, celebrate my win, get out of this mode of, oh shit, it's doom and gloom for the next 20 years of my life. Got to keep battling this. You know, at some point I said enough is enough. I'm taking control. I'm not going to live like this. I'm going to change. I'm going to be a different man so I can have a different life. I'm going to do the freaking work. And it's hard work. But we're doing it. So, we got to build the light body. This light body is going to house our little dream orb. And that little dream orb is going to go up to heaven. Heaven's going to accept it, most likely. And heaven will get it from there. And, you know, we'll have the life and the experience that we want. Comes in steps, comes in stages. All right, so to do this, we got to go forward in time. So I want this to happen soon, so I'm not going to go that far. You know, my girlfriend's to be back in like something like a week. So I guess she gets home. They come in through the kitchen door. So nice to see them. We get some hugs. They tell me stories. I'm going to tell them stories of what I did. And the mood I'm going to be in is relaxed. And I kind of am expecting some changes between now and even when she comes in. So you're going to hold a spot for that too. You know, one of my legal matters, it ends. They surrender. I'm expecting some messages potentially from my ex-wife here, or my current, I call her my divorcee, kind of like fiance, but it's divorcee. So I'm expecting some news there. And I want to tell my girl about, I was able to relax. Took some naps by the fireplace. I got a gas stove in my office. Took some naps. You know, did some meditation, journaled a little, did some videos like this, try to teach this method, and I didn't talk to a lot of people. I shared a couple messages. I'm still sort of in hermit mode, but you know, I'm trying to take my walls down brick by brick. I think some spotlight time is going to head my way. And I just tell her stories about it. And they're boring stories, you know, like my form of a celebration is just to have some chocolate cake. So I guess on Saturday when I go to the market, I'll get myself a little something sweet. maybe like a Wookiee pie or something. And just celebrate. 2025 has been like a freaking brutal year for me. I spent half this year without my kids. I got one with my girlfriend and 3 with my first wife, and it's been about 6 months since I've seen them in person. And I'm upset about it. It hurts. But, making it through that, I'm still standing, I'm still sober. They're still alive. There's success. I don't know that it's huge W's, but it's success. And I guess I need to honor that. A little whoopie pie. I've had my big spiritual changes. I've been through it, So I'm going to take a second to honor myself. Honor that experience. Try to let it go. Like the new me doesn't need to carry all this shit. There's anxieties and burdens in the world. Now I'm trying to get rid of all mine. Live clean. Live sweet. Live honest. Live good. Live righteous. Surrender to my King. Faithful to my love. So we got to send that up. I did this a little out of order. But now what we got to do, that's kind of our memory globe. And I want to send it up to heaven. So I'm going to imagine Mother Earth sending some bright rust-colored energy up through my feet and up through my crotch, through my heart, up through my throat, through my third eye, my crown, and then it goes straight up into heaven. Conversely, Father Sky is sending the bright white love, bright white light down through my head, down through my chakra, and my crown, down through my heart, my crotch, my feet, all the way down to Jurassic center of the earth, this old earth energy. And Guy is there waiting. And these two do like a handshake. I got my heart energy. It's still feeling pretty big. It feels like it's around my heart, not just inside of it, but surrounding it. And out of there, I can feel this little golden cord poking through. So I'm going to pinch it with my fingers, pull it out a little, and breathe some life into it. And actually, these days I've been pulled to do this with all my chakras. So I'm going to pinch at the inside of my thigh. And I'm going to lift up all the way through my body, through my heart, through my crown, and blow into that too. And about an arm's length away from me is my light body. So I'm going to plug these little golden cords, which are kind of rainbow colored now. And I'm going to plug them into my light body. And every breath I take, I'm going to fill up my light body. So I can feel that rust energy come in, that sky energy come down. It mixes in my heart and all my chakras. And I can feel this energy, highly purified energy, coming through me. Now my chakras are spinning. And if there's dust or debris, that all comes flying off. They're all opening up. Got this pure energy in there. Goes into my light body. Now what I'm going to do, that sort of memory orb that we created, I'm going to put a little Reiki in it, put a little energy in it, seal that little baby up, and I'm going to put it into my light body. So I got a memory orb in a light body, and this acts like a little bit of code, like some software code that we're going to give up to God. We're going to remember, we have that divine spark in us. So it is this weird particle and wave duality. We are both the eternal creator and an individual spark of it. Separate from it, but also the same thing. We are a drop of water in a wave in an ocean. We are our own molecule, part of something much bigger. This is a little bit of a paradox. So we are giving it both up to God, but there's a part of us that's doing the work, because we're it and it's us. And yet we are both distinct and simultaneously the same. It's an awkward relationship. But, you know, for now, we're just going to give this thing up to God. So I can feel my memory orb inside of the light body, and I'm going to use my hand, and I'm going to push with a little bit of strength and a little bit of Reiki, and I'm going to blow some life into it. And there's clouds above my head, and I can see that thing in my mind's eye floating in. Those clouds going up. It's going into heaven. And God's got it. It's like inserted into a cloud the same way that, you know, you might insert like a floppy disk in an old computer. And I hear accepted. No, because honestly, why wouldn't they accept it? It's such a small thing. Let me relax. Help me relax myself. That's the vision. I'm gonna take a nap. Big freaking change I'm going after. No, just doing some little ones along the way. So now we're gonna sigh. Did some work. Talked about some hard things. Did some hard things, and we let it go. So, thanks God. Thanks for doing that with me. And I want to pull that in. So, I am a magnet. I am a magnet, a U-shaped magnet. And that memory orb that's now sitting in heaven, it's going to sprout into my reality. It's coming towards me with a magnetic pulse. I'm going towards it, and it's going towards me. And the one that's going to assure that that thing happens is God. God's got that. All right? I gave that to God. God, I am trusting you with this. And this is just a quick little seed. The shell will break. That moment will unfurl. And I'll find a little bit more time to rest, to heal, to celebrate the things that I've done in 2025. Try to put this little bastard year to bed. So thank you, God. Thanks for accepting that. Thanks for taking that in. Yeah, if I set some parameters, I want the negative things to not bother me. You know, maybe next week, starting Monday or starting in the new year, I'm just going to put a little pause in some goblin fighting. And I don't know, maybe this is a goblin of just taking care of myself. But we're going to do a little pause, cut myself a little break. It was 2842 on the clock. That's an 88. Feels like an abundance. All right. Well, now I gotta set my broadcast. Hey, this is a new me. We're gonna send this out. We're gonna allow some reception. We're gonna loosen up our old ways. We're gonna stand at the ready to receive some relaxation, a good nap, and some celebration. We're gonna put that out into the world. And that's what I got. You know, this one wasn't super complicated. Just a little guy while we're in between stages here. So hopefully this was helpful to someone. And you know, this is the radiant path of the conscious creator. And this is how we create and manifest our own reality. Thanks for checking in.